All right, guys, thanks for your time today. Thanks for coming out. Can you give us a quick introduction to yourselves and also what you're building?
Hey, for sure. I'm Rohit,
And I'm Deep.
and we're building Canvas Protocol, aka CAPTCHAs as ads on-chain.
Well, I really like the breakdown because I immediately understand kind of the general idea. You didn't go into like a 20-minute spiel about what you're building. So with that being said, let's dive into a little bit about how this works. So we have kind of like a breakdown here of maybe a user journey. User comes to an application or something like that, and then we're kind of walking through the flow. This would be the user, this would be the application, this would be the infra. Can you kind of like maybe start us like at this point here and kind of walk us through?
Sure. So a user for us is essentially any human who's trying to access content. So I'll just say human. And we have two amazing other potential people, advertisers and publishers. Publishers basically set up their website where a human comes. Advertisers basically set up campaigns on the infra side. And let me add this KMS. So every EigenCompute instance comes with a KMS key, which only the app can access. So what the advertiser does is put funds in this KMS key, which is available for their campaigns then. And then the publishers get funds every time a CAPTCHA on the app is solved. I'll add a SDK, which again is utilized by the human.
Interesting. So the problem that this is solving, it's kind of scaling CAPTCHA or something like that. Would you say that or?
Essentially, we've created a market for verifiable human attention. So every time you're solving a CAPTCHA, you're essentially giving training data to Google when you're picking a sidewalk. Instead, we found a way to instead give that value back to the publisher in terms of giving them revenue instead of it going to Google.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And in terms of like the value proposition for just the average developer, like what would they say they want to accomplish by just getting started building with like this product?
The main thing is that we're opening up a new revenue stream for creators, and we're giving advertisers a new way to get interactive engagement on their branding. So typical ads on websites are just static banner ads. Instead, now they're forced to complete kind of an interactive ad, and the publisher gets monetized for driving traffic to his website.
Okay, got it. That makes sense. And then to kind of like finalize the infra part, this KMS setup here, that is within EigenCompute?
Yes, that is within EigenCompute, and we have made it in such a way that we cannot access this. So essentially, EigenCompute makes it act like a smart contract, where the computation is happening there, the data storage is in a database which is only accessible by here. So essentially, this is a smart contract without all the gas computation and all the trustlessness preserved as it is.
Okay, awesome. Well, I understand what you all are building in a short time, so that's exactly what we want to accomplish. What are the next steps that you all are thinking about, like with what you're building?
Hey, so we're going to formally release our SDK and then start testing with a group of influencers, getting them to drive traffic, and then seeing the transactions on chain verified by EigenCompute.
Okay, awesome. Well, this was really great. Thanks for your time today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of DevConnect.
Thank you, Nader.
Thank you, Nader.